Hello, everybody, and a good day to you all. The day after the Netflix original movie, Nimona, and the movie directed by Nick Bruno and Troy Kwan. Actors, the voice actors in it are Chloe Grace Moretz, Riz Ahmed, Eugene Lee Yang, and Francis Conroy. Many others to the cast here. In the movie, you're pretty much following Ballister Boldheart. He's in a relationship with one of the main knights there. And Ballister Boldheart is voiced by Riz Ahmed, and he's dating Amberus Gold Lion, and he's voiced by Eugene Lee Yang, and they're a couple. And he's pretty much in turn because the thing is though you got Ballister. He's having some doubts about himself. He feels like he has like, a little bit of an imposter syndrome because he didn't come from a legacy. He also didn't come from money, and so a lot of the knights don't think he should be there because he didn't come from where they come from, but the queen saw something special in him, and he worked his butt off to earn the spot that he's in. It wasn't just given to him, even though he was chosen. He worked his butt off to get there, and so because the thing though, she saw his potential even before he did, and then not only did he do his job, but he rose to the occasion and went above and beyond. And so now he's about to be knighted to the whole entire world, and let everybody know that you can be anything you want to be. And then something goes horribly, horribly wrong, and then all the doubts that people had about him, everything they hated about him for, has now come through, and now people see him in a certain light as the villain. And then you had Nimona. Now she's this magical creature. She's a shapeshifter, and she sees him as an ally. He's an outlaw. She said, "Well, that's you, my new best friend." And so now she's gonna team up with him to try to help him get revenge. Now, that's not what he wants. He wants to find out the truth. And you've seen these two, even though they on different mindsets, go on this journey to find out what's actually going on and why was he put in this situation in the first place as well too. And then meanwhile you have his boyfriend trying to figure out, did I know him all this time? Is everything I know was a lie? Was he lying to me all this time? I believed in him. Am I wrong or he's wrong? I can't believe he would do something like this. And so you see him on his journey as well too. And so it's very fun, action packed adventure, but it also has some really dark. It also can get really dark as well too. Very important themes in it as well. Talking about like this people like acceptance, not judging people because they're different than you. Really trying to get to know somebody without like judging them first, or going by what other people told you about them, and actually get to know them for yourself. Because sometimes certain people may not grow up the same way you have. Doesn't mean that they're much different than you, or they might believe they have the same beliefs as you, or look like you, or same sex or sexual orientation. But it doesn't really matter. We're still all human, and we should try to connect with one another. You get that message all in here as well too. And you see now the toll of that, how it affects people as well. It could go down a very dark path. Now, before we get into the good stuff, let's start with the bad stuff. Even though I did enjoy this movie, I had a lot of fun watching it. It felt like this movie was like a little bit incomplete. I feel like there was a lot of things missing from this movie. Like you don't get to know where Nimona come from. You don't know that. You don't know why she's the only one left, or is she the only one left? You don't know. So was there like some type of war that they killed them all off? Uh-huh. Because they say some stuff about a woman that they built the whole city around, how she fought off one of these demon things and saved the city, but find out that's not really true. So you don't really know anything about Nimona or where she comes from, if she has family out there, none of that stuff. So it feels like a whole lot of stuff is missing from this thing. I could have given a little bit more depth, to get a little bit more of a background, more of a story like that too. I mean, you get a little bit of a story when she was a child, but even then she was alone. So it's just why was she alone all this time? I don't know. I don't know. Like, how old is she? How long has she been around? Is she immortal? I don't know. It doesn't mean explain none of that stuff as well. So you're left with a little bit of a hole there, which I wish they did explore, but it is what it is. So let's move on to the positive. The first part about the positive I gotta talk about is the animation. I really enjoyed the animation style, how the characters are designed, all that look like that was fantastic. The chemistry between Nimona and Ballister was great. I really did enjoy them as well too, because you got these two different people with two different mindsets, but you see them like actually start to see one another and start to become close friends in his world too. Because you got Nimona seeing Ballister as an ally, but she sees him as a villain, and then that so she says, so I'm a villain too. But the thing is though, she's not a villain and he's not a villain, but she's just only acting out because she feels as though that's the only way she can be, because that's how everybody saw her. So everybody treated her like she's a monster. So therefore, I'm gonna act like a monster to just show them, hey, if I'm gonna be a monster, I'm gonna be the best monster ever. That type of mentality. When you realize that she's just scared and she's alone and she just want to be connected with somebody. And that's it. And you got Ballister here. He already had a connection. He already had people who believed in him, but now seeing that turned against them, and he would think that the person who he loves would actually stand by his side and say, "Hey, buddy, you know me. You should know that this is not who I am." And you seeing how, the betrayal he feels, and then you also got Ambrosius and. Goldstein on the gold line or whatever, and you seeing that he's starting to doubt himself and what he believes in as well too. That is, wait a minute, I love you, I don't want to fight you, but I'm ordered to fight you, and I can't believe what you did was true, even though that's what I saw. But I can't. But at the same time, I have orders, and you've seen the struggle he's going through as well. So a lot of people are struggling in this movie right here too, and it can get really dark. Woo. But overall, it's a fun movie. Even though Alex said it has some holes in it, I enjoyed the actor and the voice acting as well too. The music in here, the music choices they had in here, so like a punk rock type of theme going on. Right, I really enjoy, and the whole aesthetic of how things look, because it's set in the future, but it's also it's combined with the medieval times. So you got knights and stuff like that too. But they also use high tech weapons. But they also the same aesthetic as the time back then. So like this is advanced versions of that. Like they have a sword, but it's like some kind of fancy futuristic type of looking sword, and they shoot bows and arrows. But they like some high tech arrows that they use. They also have flying cars and stuff like flying like jets that they go ride on instead of like riding on a horse. So it has a very interesting like futuristic medieval theme going on with this whole punk rock aesthetic that I really enjoyed a whole lot as well too. So overall, fun movie. Highly recommend it. And they give the movie a grade. I'm giving it a solid B+. A B+. Could have been an A if they explored more of the whole Nimona thing, but other than that, I still enjoyed it. Highly recommend it. So check it out for yourself. It's on Netflix. You can watch it right now. Have a whole lot of fun watching it. So leave comments down below if you have seen it. Let me know what you thought about it. If you haven't seen it, go check it out for yourself. So give my channel a like, hit the thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel and share. I really do appreciate it. Give my channel also links down below. So, you want to follow me on other things, you can check out the links. You follow me there. Also check out my store where I sell themed shirts and stocks, everything else and whatnot. This is my 3-headed rabbit dragon shirt right here. See some other stuff as well. See some stuff about some stuff I really appreciate it. Like I always say, in my dreams of a life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out, people.